Okay, so Woody was jumping all over the furniture as I was discussing things with his guardian, and I corrected him twice, and the second time I had to follow through a little bit. Now, this has been about 5-7 minutes ago, right?
Yeah.
If you want to pan it over to Woody, this is where Woody has been sitting the whole time. Now, the guardian felt sorry for Woody at first because he whined a little bit, and he kind of was showing a little bit of being uncertain. But that's okay. We don't want to feel sorry for our dog because they will absolutely take advantage of it and milk it. You're a teacher, so you know exactly what taking advantage of it. You get that opportunity, and he will do that. I'll tell you a lot of stories off camera about ways dogs have manipulated their humans to get what they want. Now, I can see why he does this because every time that I corrected him or he did something wrong, he came over to the guardian, and the guardian reached over and just started petting him immediately. And so I consider petting a dog our way of paying the dog. Now, I'm different because I really enjoy my job and every aspect of it, but generally speaking, we have parts of our job that we don't like doing. And now he's moving slow because he's not sure if I'm going to correct him. I'm only going to correct him if he tries to go on the furniture. So now he's going slow again, and he's kind of, it's called appeasement. That hunched over look is, I know you disagreed with something I was doing, so I'm going to go really slow, and I'm going to kind of show you that I understand that you're disagreeing with me. Doesn't mean he's sad. He's trying to communicate, because dogs communicate non-verbally. Now, for us, if we have to do something at our job that we don't like doing, we do it anyways because we get paid. If we don't do our job, then eventually we could lose our job or have some sort of consequence applied. For dogs, right now, you're paying him for doing all the things that he wants to do. Every time he invades your personal space, you pet him. He jumps up on the furniture, you pet him. He jumps up on top of you, you pet him. What I would suggest you start doing, let me ask you this. Does he ever stick his nose under your arm and nudge you when he wants you to pet him?
Not usually,
or scratch
sometimes.
At you? Okay,
yeah,
so he does that from time to time. When he does that, he's basically giving us an order. He's telling, hey, pet me, pay attention to me. And if we pet him and pay attention to him, then we're validating, yes, you are the boss of me because when you tell me what to do, I do it. So what I would suggest you do in the future is next time he nudges you or scratches at you, give him a counter order. Instead of complying and petting him, tell him to sit or lay down if he prefers. Mm-hmm. As soon as he sits or lays down, then I pet. Now, if a dog sits, I like to pet under the chin. When a dog is proud about what he's done, his nose is parallel to the ground or tilted upward. You've probably seen him with a special toy around the house.
Oh, yeah.
Feels really good about himself. I want the dog to feel good about themselves doing the things we want. Sit, coming to me, or laying down. It's not asking a lot. Mm-hmm. So he comes over to me and he nudges me. I say sit, and he sits. I reach over and pet him, and I say the word sit. That's all I say. Pet him and say sit.
Good boy.
Sit.
Sit.
Now that's a good example of what I was just going to talk about. Good boy doesn't mean anything to dogs because we say good boy when they sit, when they lay down, when they come to us, when they eat their food, when they potty, when they just are sunbathing, when they look pretty. So it means everything, so it means nothing. Mm-hmm. So when I say a command word, I say it twice. I say it as a command, sit. As soon as the dog sits, reach over and pet him under the chin, and I say sit simultaneously within 3 seconds. Okay. That's what connects the action with the command with the reward, the motivator. Yes, that's all right. We're not going to feel sorry for him.
It's a glare.
But yes, he is kind of pouting a little bit because he wants the authority that he is afforded when he has the furniture. So what will happen, what I would recommend is you stop petting him at all unless he earns it. So even if he doesn't nudge you, he just comes over and tell him to sit. As soon as he sits, start petting him, and then you can pet him for an hour after that. Mm-hmm. But he just has to initiate your petting by following you.
Okay.
This helps him see himself as a follower and you as the leader. It also introduces the concept of I can't tell the human what to do, but I can ask. But I have to pay for it. And how do I pay for it? Well, my currency is obedience. Mm-hmm. So if she tells me what to do and I do it, then I'm rewarded for doing that. Mm-hmm. So that motivates me to want to do that in the future. And what will happen is your dog will transition to coming and sitting in front of you saying, look, I'm sitting. Shouldn't you be petting Woody? And the answer is yes, as much as we can.
Yeah.
So now, not always, because sometimes you're doing something and your hands are full or you're eating or whatever. But if he comes and sits and we pet him and start saying sit, after a while he's like, man, she really likes it when I sit. And now I know as a dog what I can do to make my humans happy. One of the questions I ask my clients, I haven't asked this client, what could your dog do to make you happy? And usually they're like, not chew on the walls, not bark, not destroy my pillows. It's always a not. Yeah. But we're not telling him what he could do. Now, if we have a significant other, he really likes it when I write him a little note, or when I, make him a special meal, or when I surprise him after work. We know little things that we can do for each other to make each other happy. We try to sprinkle those in as a little bonus. But for dogs, a lot of times we don't even think about that. So after a while, the dog just starts sitting. And not only that, but it will help when you want him to sit outside or when there's a commotion or things that are going on. Now he has more practice at it, and it's easier for him to do. Now, petting with a purpose, if you get in the habit of doing it, I was trying to show you that hand motion. I saw that. Yeah, he's almost going to sleep, still sitting. But the hand motion I like to do is if the dog's nose is here, I pretend like I'm holding a treat, and I'm a little bit above his nose. So he can't see. My hand's curled just a little bit. So he can't see. And then I go track up like a croissant over his head, an arc. And I want to keep it within an inch of his nose. Now, we'll do it with a treat, and that'll make him more inclined to pay attention. But when he does, when his head tracks up, eventually it puts their butt down, and then they sit. And then I lower my hand, and then I start scratching under his chin. And if I have a treat, I let him have the treat at the same time. Petting with a purpose is the easiest thing that you can do that will have the biggest impact on your dog, because if you get in the habit of doing it, it'll take about a week or two. You just say sit, and he just sits down automatically. After a while, you won't even think about it. You'll just do this hand motion, pet him while you're still on the phone or watching TV or doing something, and you have two conversations simultaneously. But every time you do it, it's like a mini dog training session on specializing in obedience for your dog. And you're going to pet him that way hundreds of thousands of times over the course of his life. So it's something that won't take any time or effort for you if you get in the habit of doing it, but it'll have a major impact on your dog and seeing and developing a healthy respect for you as an authority figure. That's what we like to call petting with a purpose.